How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. In this video, we're going to be doing 5 quick flips in under 5 minutes. It doesn't matter if you are a brand new person who's never flipped before, or you're somebody who's been flipping for quite a while. You can use all 5 of these items to make yourself quite a bit of profit. So our 5 items are going to be Spring, Viswax, Silverhawk Feathers, Ghostly Essence, and Battle Stabs. So these 5 items are items I recommend for people who have never flipped before all the time, because of the fact that these are constantly traded. They have a very high volume in the Grand Exchange, which means they move very quickly. You'll actually be pretty shocked, most likely, of how fast these flip. In comparison to some of the other items, which is really great for you to learn on them, because you will be able to get the flip done very quickly. So our first item is going to be springs. As you can see right here, we're going to take this out here, just kind of a little reminder thing. We're going to go ahead and do this spring right here. I can show you exactly how much you can make by doing a spring. So a spring has a buy limit of 1,000 every 4 hours. So we're going to go ahead and instantly buy one of these springs, and it comes in at 4,900, and then we're going to instantly sell these springs, and it comes in at 47.51. That means you have a 150 GP margin there, approximately 150 GP, which means that by the time you flip 1,000 of these, you'll make 150,000 gold profit just by flipping these. So literally, if this was the 2 prices that you found, then you could put in an offer for 47.51 and then sell them all for 4,900, and you'll be able to make 150,000. If you are doing this and your item stops buying or item stops selling, then just adjust it by 1 or 2 GP and then let them sit again, and they will finish. So as you can see right there, springs are a very quick way to make 150,000 gold every 4 hours. And so go ahead and add that to your arsenal of things you do daily. So this next one is going to be Viswax. So I'm going to pull this little placeholder out here, and we'll go ahead and put in an actual offer for Viswax. Now Viswax has a buy limit of only 200. It has a little bit lower buy limit, but as you will see here, it does still have a pretty good margin to it. So 60.55 is what they're instantly buying for currently. And if we go to instantly sell one here, we get 60.10. So that might not seem like a very big margin, and right now it's not a very big margin. The reason why is there might not be as many people on right now. This is an item that sometimes, if the servers have a little bit less players on them currently, then they will not be as big of a margin. But most of the time, you're going to find a margin of up to 300 or 400, sometimes 500 on these. And with Viswax and with springs, what you can do is you can offer a lot less than this. So just because this one instantly sold for 60.10, you could put an offer in there for like 5,700 or something like that, and you'll probably be able to buy it. The reason why that happens is because they have such a low buy limit that when someone is trying to sell a bunch of them, there's not as many people able to buy them because they have such a low buy limit. So this is a great example of something you want to stretch those margins out. So just because you get an instant sell of 60.10 and it only looks like a 45 margin like that, you can definitely make the margin a lot bigger by offering lower. So Silverhawk Feathers, we're going to go and jump into this one. Let's see what we get for Silverhawk Feathers. Now Silverhawk Feathers sometimes have a margin of 200. Other times they have a margin of over 1,000. So they're really exciting. They change frequently. We'll see what we're going to get today. So 31,990 is what we get for an instant buy. And then we do a 31,330, so that's a pretty big margin there. Going from 31,330 to 31,990, that's a 660 GP margin. So by buying 250 of those, you'll be able to make quite a bit of money on that flip. And then like I said, sometimes though the margin will be even bigger than that, sometimes double that. So just check these frequently and try to go for the big margin on those. Next one's going to be Ghostly Essences. So Ghostly Essences, we'll go ahead and check these. Now what I'm doing here also is just a basic price check. If you've never watched my videos on flipping for wealth, then I highly recommend watching the Flip for Wealth videos. It is a series that will be able to help you guys to be able to learn how to flip successfully. And in there I tell you the basics of how to do a PC, a price check, and exactly what that actually means for you. Like what is actually going on with that, to give you a little more in depth to it. So that looks like a pretty big margin on that one. So we're looking at a margin here of 11,216 to 12,459. So that is a pretty huge margin. That is going to be 1,243 gold. And if we look here really quick, 1,243 gold with a buy limit of 2,000. That means you're going to be able to actually make well over 2 million profit by flipping these Ghostly Essence. So right now, Ghostly Essence has a massive margin. It's not always that big, but as you can see right there, guys, kind of like I was talking about with the other item with the Viswax. Sometimes our margins are gigantic. Other times they're a little bit smaller. Overall, still a great time to flip these. The last one's going to be Battle Stabs here. So we're going to look at Battle Staff. Instantly buying one, and instantly selling one. And we see a margin of 62.81 to 62.95. So once again, with this one that has a little bit smaller margin, go ahead and follow that rule I was talking about offering lower or trying to sell them higher, and you'll be able to stretch those margin out as well. Well, there you go, guys. That is 5 items in 5 minutes. So I'm not, I want to give you guys a little bit more information, though, so I won't rush the entire video there. But as you can see, it is very quick to do these flips. All 5 of those items are very, very good items to do. They're a very fast flip that you can make a lot of money on. Even the ones that have the smaller margins, you'll find that they do help you make a lot of money because of the fact they move so quickly. So I was really happy to see that big margin on Ghostly Essence. That margin on Ghostly Essence is about 2.5 million profit when you do that, because if you're able to flip 2,000 of them and they're flipping for about 1250 or so profit on each one, that's like a 2.5 million margin. That's a pretty huge margin. That's actually one of the biggest margins, I'll be honest, that I've actually seen on Ghostly Essence. And then when I was looking at Viswax, that was actually one of the smallest ones I've seen on Viswax. But it really just depends on how many people are currently on the servers and some of those, because all 5 of those items are actually very frequently traded items, and that's one of the reasons why they move so quickly. So when you're trying to buy or sell these things, you guys will be able to find success in these. One of the biggest complaints that I get from people who are trying to flip is the fact that they're like, I was trying to buy something, it just wouldn't buy, or I was trying to sell something that just wouldn't sell. Well, these are 5 great examples of things that will buy and will sell, and they will buy and sell fairly quickly as well. A couple extra tricks to make these a little bit more successful as well is if you are doing Silverhawk boots, for example, and it was a great example today because when we're looking at Silverhawk boots, or Silverhawk feathers, sorry, not the boots. I wish you could flip boots, that'd be funny. So a lot of times what you can do with Silverhawk feathers or a lot of these other things, when they are currently trading for above GE mid, then you can actually just offer GE mid. So what I mean by that is like this. Let's say, for example, that I instantly bought this and it bought for that 31,990 like we saw. Like, so we look in here at 31,990. Well, if our instant sell was like 31,500, then I would actually probably just put in an offer just above mid. And the reason why there is because due to the fact that you're only able to buy 250 of them at a time, a lot of the people that are paying higher are going to get their buy limits filled up pretty quickly, which means that your offer would then fill. Let's see Ghostly Essence one more time. Let's see what the Ghostly Essence actual GE price is going for at the moment. So we look at Ghostly Essence really quickly. 10,174. As you can see, this is 11,216. It's quite a bit above that. Ghostly Essence is another one of those you can definitely try to do that with. So if you want to, you can just put in an offer that's a little bit lower than this right here. Maybe something like 10,800 or 10,900, something closer to mid-price. And then you'll probably actually be able to buy them. And then you can try to still sell them for this one. So you can stretch that margin from making 2.5 million all the way up to the 3 or above. So anyway, guys, I really hope that those help you out. Those are just some small items that are very quick to flip. If you guys would like to learn more about flipping or anything like that, please feel free to check out the Flip for Wealth series on the YouTube. You can also join the Discord in the link down below and ask any questions you have. You can send me a DM, a direct message in there, and then I will be glad to help you out. And then hopefully you guys will be on your way to making the big fat stacks like this, or whatever your guys' goals are. Maybe you want to make it so you can't even deposit gold like this, where I got max cash here and max cash here. Anyway, my big goal, guys, is to be able to get you guys to be able to achieve your goals no matter what they are in RuneScape when it comes to the economy and your bank. So if you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to put them in the comments down below. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.